Man, that was fantastic, Scott. Thank you. Hey, so let's do a brief recap, shall we? First, you heard about our unique mission here at Ocean and how we use what's called the 5 capitals as a spiritual framework for our program. Next, Brian talked a little bit about the importance of investing in upstream change. And you just heard Scott talk about the value of building into people as you drive and build culture. So let's talk a little bit about the companies. My name is Ian. I'm the program director here at Ocean. I'm thrilled to be with you here today. We have a fantastic class of companies that you're about to hear from in just a moment. And as I was thinking about how I would describe the character of this year's class, this quote came to mind. And the thing I love about this quote is where Steve says that your life will be forever changed once you discover one simple fact, just one simple fact, and that is that everything around you, everything you touch, everything you feel, everything you interact with, was made up by people who were no smarter than you. They were no smarter than you. And I share this with you because each of the companies, each of the people that you're about to hear from in just a moment, they are living out this vision. They are living out this vision because they believe and they understand that if the world is going to change, that it's actually up to them. It isn't up to the other person. It's up to them. And they are building some amazing products as a result. But even more important than that, they have chosen to go on a journey of exploring their personal faith and how that faith will manifest into each of the companies that they are building, and how they will take that faith, harness it, and use it to drive culture in their own companies as they grow, as they scale, as they hire new people. And that is powerful. That is truly powerful. So on that note, I am thrilled to present Ocean Class 3.
Work today is done on teams. Most teams are built and run based on skills and performance. But the most important factors to productivity are relationships and communication. My name's Kirsten Moorfield. I'm co-founder of Cloverleaf. We have interviewed and surveyed hundreds of business leaders, and over, we've heard stories just like this one. So this is Ross's latest performance review, and it's pretty good, so he has put on high-profile teams. But what this doesn't show you is that Ross loves to strategize, but he hates to analyze data. Or that Ross sees missed development opportunities in new hires, but he doesn't feel listened to, and he hates conflict. No one can see this. So no one knows that this is how Ross feels on his team. But this isn't about Ross, it's about his boss. We'll call her Rachel. Rachel is squeezed from every side. And these are the people on her team. She is bewildered why they are not delivering to their capability. All projections show these milestones are achievable. All of her people have done great work before, but the team keeps falling short. How common is this problem? Only 62% of projects meet their goals. The average large IT project goes 45% over budget, 7% over timeline, and delivers 56% less value than expected. Breakdown in communication contributes to 57% of failed projects. Every large organization has hundreds of teams like Rachel's. Now, how could business possibly tolerate such underperformance? Because what's contributing to it is what they can't see: relationships and communication. Rachel has every tool she needs to manage tasks and timelines and budgets, so she assembles her team, she closes the door, and she just hopes for the best. She has no technology to help solve the mystery of relationships and communication. This is the void that Cloverleaf is closing. And here's how we're doing it. So let's imagine that these are the people on Rachel's team. Her problem is she doesn't know how they're going to interact. Now, she does have access to data like this, but it's not at her fingertips, and the information is static. On Cloverleaf, Rachel can choose which information she wants to use. Cloverleaf then cross-maps it all using decades of research and unique algorithms. Immediately, deep insight is delivered to 3 levels of the organization. The first level is Ross and his team. Cloverleaf integrates with their existing software, like email and calendar. So someone is emailing Ross, Cloverleaf shows them the most effective way to communicate with him. Ross is walking into a meeting. Cloverleaf shows the most effective way to relate and communicate. The next level is Rachel. Cloverleaf's proprietary algorithms help Rachel identify the hidden talents in her people. For example, this guy is great at strategy, so she assigns it to him. Without Cloverleaf, she'd have given it to this guy. And this is just one of the many perspectives that Cloverleaf gives Rachel on her people. The final level that Cloverleaf delivers insight to is the enterprise. Enterprise level works on enterprise-level tasks, like integrating a new business. Cloverleaf uses machine learning concepts to help them identify the right combination of people to form new teams that will achieve the best outcomes. Just imagine how Cloverleaf allows for more self-managed, high-performing teams, or how Cloverleaf reduces risk during mergers and acquisitions, reorgs, any other pivotal moment in business. So how are we reaching businesses? We are starting focused on professional project managers, the Rachels. They're in almost every firm. The cost of failure is huge, and the work is highly visible. More specifically, those in agile software development. Now, agile is basically a way of doing project management. And the opening line in the Agile Manifesto is individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Yet all of their technology is for processes and tools. We are the first technology to focus on individuals and interactions. These are Cloverleaf's early adopters. Project management technology is a $3.2 billion market, projected to grow at a rate of 12%. Now, the money spent on agile project management alone is growing at 26% to nearly $2 billion by 2020. Our core revenue model is our SaaS platform with monthly recurring subscriptions and annual contracts. And now, just like Google, Slack, and others, we offer pricing per person per month. And currently, we're at $10 a person a month, which means a department of 100 is $1,000 a month. We start with small teams inside an organization and grow from there, increasing our long-term revenue potential with each person we add. And it's working. This means our market opportunity goes well beyond our early adopters in project management. We've seen incredible growth. We are post-revenue, we have over 1,000 users, and we are growing fast. And all of this is just in our early stages of product development. These are some of our customers. 8451 is a cutting-edge big data company, and they recognize Cloverleaf as the only technology to focus on individuals and interactions. So they swept it up in their agile teams. They learned how to coach, motivate, accelerate their teams, how to identify the best project managers, and how to best recruit internally. The visibility that Cloverleaf has given 8451 allows them to fully leverage their people. This is an incredible opportunity, and we have the team to deliver on it. Our team has experience with successful startups, as well as managing corporate multi-million-dollar projects, SaaS enterprise sales, and psychology with organizational development. And according to Cloverleaf, we get along nicely. If you are responsible for large-scale projects in a complex organization, come talk to us. We can improve your productivity, increase your visibility, and reduce risk. If you want to invest in the company that's going to change the effectiveness of teams, come talk with us. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Karthik, and I'm one of the co-founders of Bundle. I often get asked how my name is spelled, so I decided to put it up there just in case. So I grew up in a city halfway across the world, wondering about some interesting problems and pondering whether there were any efficient solutions to this. I ended up going to the University of Illinois at Champaign-Urbana because the engineering school there gave me the opportunity to find solutions to some interesting problems. Now, Champaign-Urbana is a small, sleepy college town, and you tend to frequent the same business establishments over and over again. So by way of small talk, I started talking to a lot of employees at these businesses and got some very interesting insights. And our venture was actually born out of various such discussions. Now, businesses are fundamentally categorized into 3 tiers. There's the large enterprise, which is professionally run, has systems in place, and has a lot of resources at its disposal. I'll skip tier 2 for just a moment, and I'll get back to it. Tier 3 has a small mom and pop store, has very limited needs, has limited resources, and most of their processes are done offhand, and there's a certain charm to them. But then, there's a very interesting space in between. It's the medium-sized business, which is squeezed in between. They're professionally run, but they don't have too many resources at their disposal. And more often than not, their employees are juggling more than one responsibility. And very often, that responsibility happens to be inventory and ordering. Now, I know that's not sexy, but it's a teething problem that frustrates the employee and the employer alike. Now, let's look at dental offices, for example. They're compelled to have their employees manually walk around and count the supplies and place orders through multiple supplier portals because there's no unified system. So this is the typical scenario, where they're opening up multiple supplier portals to place a single order. If you add up all this time spent on these redundant tasks, you realize it's a tremendous waste of human resources. Any business that cannot afford an enterprise resource planning system is plagued with this problem. Hotels, health clubs, maintenance supply companies, private practice clinics, you name it. Now, when we began to quantify this problem at dental offices, we realized they're spending 8 man-hours a month doing inventory. And they're paying a premium of 25% on their supplies because they don't have the time and means to find the best price across different suppliers. So eventually, it's costing the average clinic $1,500 a month because they don't have a centralized digital system to manage their inventory and order from all their suppliers. And Bundle is here to solve exactly that problem. Bundle is a cloud-based solution with a mobile interface that lets businesses track their inventory and order from all their suppliers through a single portal. The users use the mobile application to track their inventory, and that inventory data is uploaded to the web platform in real time. And users can access this inventory data on the web platform and order from all their suppliers through a single portal. This saves them time and increases their cost savings. And the best part about this is it takes less than 15 minutes to set up. Now, a real revenue-generating opportunity is from the fact that businesses are ordering through the platform. So our product is free to the user, and we're monetizing it on the supplier side. We charge suppliers a sales fee on all the sales that come through our platform. Now, we are approaching this problem one vertical at a time. But if you look at the total spend in all the potential markets we could target, that's $105 billion. That is what businesses in our potential markets are spending on supply inventory. In the first market we're targeting, that's the dental consumable space, dental offices spend $14.5 billion annually on their dental supplies. So that gives us a market opportunity of $1.5 billion in our first market alone, assuming a 10% sales fee on all the sales that go through our platform. So where exactly are we? By the end of April, we'll be in use in 20 different dental offices and 4 fitness clubs. Our mobile application for inventory tracking is available on the App Store and the Google Play Store and is ready to use. We're also in the process of rolling out our product to a large dental support organization with a network of 750 clinics. So what does the future have in store for us? We're working on monetizing the platform, and as part of that, we're integrating with supplier portals, the APIs provided by the supplier portals, and that would put us on the path to generating revenue. And all this wouldn't be possible without two complementary skill sets. I'd like to introduce my co-founder, Shishir, who's the CTO of the company. Shishir has experience building various web applications that interact with products that do not have APIs, which enables us to interact with supplier websites without having to partner with them. While Shishir works on the technology aspect of the venture, I work on customer development and business development. And together, we believe we can make the supply chain exponentially more frictionless and ensure that businesses have one less thing to worry about. So if you have a dental office or a fitness club and are willing to engage with this technology and want to reduce the stress you have while doing inventory and ordering, please come talk to us. We can ensure that you have one less thing to worry about. Thank you.
Mad Men. This show took us back to an era of what marketing was. Madison Avenue used billboards, radio, television, and magazines. It was effective. It built huge brands, but it was too broad and too expensive for small business. Then came the internet. This was supposed to make marketing personal, targeted, accessible. The great equalizer, right? Well, sadly not. Marketing today is incredibly complex. It's a numbers game, powered by data and algorithms. These are the walls and barriers for small business today. We are removing those barriers and empowering small businesses to grow online.
So when it comes to online marketing, what exactly are small businesses doing today? Well, 55% of them, or 15 million, are not doing anything at all. They want to, but the existing solutions are either too expensive or too complex. And this is unmet demand. 31%, or 8 million businesses, are trying to do their own online marketing. Unfortunately, they're largely ineffective. And 14% outsource to an agency or a consultant. It's expensive, but let's assume they're satisfied, so we're not initially targeting them, but we think we'll give them a pretty compelling reason to switch.
In total, there are 28 million small businesses across the US. Collectively, they spend $30 billion on digital marketing, and half of them aren't even in the game yet. This is a significant problem, and we're here to solve it. I'm James. I left my role as a Tesla automation engineer to work on this problem. I have extensive experience using machine learning to automate complex processes.
And I'm Tanya. I have over 10 years' experience managing dozens of small businesses and helping them grow. We both have MBAs and a history of working and succeeding together, from being accepted into a startup incubator in Canada to winning a PwC startup competition in Australia. Our solution is to leverage artificial intelligence. Why? Because artificial intelligence can consume an incredible amount of data, and it can analyze it and detect patterns and trends and take action and make recommendation, and it can do all of this far quicker and more accurately than a human can. And we can make it affordable and scalable. It is the technology that can finally lower the barriers to online marketing for small businesses and allow them to grow online. So we've developed an artificial intelligence digital marketing consultant, and we've named it Arlo. With Arlo, there is zero learning curve for the business owner. Arlo understands plain English. So you can simply send a message to Arlo and ask it for help. just like you would a human marketing consultant. And Arlo is everywhere, on Slack, Facebook, Messenger, Skype, whatever you use. So let me show you just how easy it is to communicate with Arlo. So Lucy owns a dog grooming salon, and she wants to find out how her online ads are doing. She sends a message to Arlo, and up pops a report. Next, she wants to place some new ads, and Arlo recommends Facebook as the most appropriate channel in this case, generates the ad copy for Lucy's business, and posts the ad. Now, Lucy's not quite sure what this term click-through rate means, so she asks Arlo to explain it.
So how do we do that? We combine natural language understanding for accessibility, knowledge graphs to codify marketing and industry-specific expertise, and deep learning for data-driven decision support. This complex technology stack allows us to make marketing seem simple, yet it's incredibly effective.
So what does this mean for our target customers? Well, remember those 15 million small businesses who are currently not doing any online marketing? By lowering the barriers to entry, we're opening up a whole new market here. And for the 8 million small businesses who are currently doing their own online marketing, at the moment, they spend on average 20 hours a week on this. With Arlo, we're lowering this to 2 hours and giving them a more effective solution with better ROI.
We are a B2B software as a service company priced for rapid expansion. We have a 3-month onboarding period, during which time Arlo is learning what is working for business and learning what isn't working across all of their online marketing channels. And it's getting smarter with every click.
So we're currently testing with 50 customers in the pet industry. Why this industry in particular? Well, because we have an embedded base of loyal customers there, we have a deep understanding of the industry and strong relationships as a result of my decade of experience working within the pet industry. We're going to reach our first users through industry associations and inbound marketing. These are channels we've tried in the past and had tremendous experience with.
Since joining Ocean, we've developed Arlo version 1, a working prototype we are testing now. We'll continue to develop out Arlo's functionality and begin collecting revenue in August. After that, we'll expand into adjacent verticals. We see a future where AI replaces many of the roles of consultants, offering domain knowledge and industry expertise at scale. If you're a small business owner, we'd love to have you sign up to our free beta and trial Arlo. If you're an investor excited about a future where AI opens up the floodgates to online marketing, we'd love to talk to you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here today. My name is Amjad Osman. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Our Labs, and I'm very excited to tell you about Our Labs today. Let me begin with our team. We're 3 young engineers that encompasses design, data analytics, and hardware and software expertise. We're all from Sudan, all Sudanese. And as far as I know, you've heard about Sudan in the past few months here in the United States, more than you ever wanted to. So let me tell you a few things about Sudan that you don't know. my team and I are focused on how we can use our passion for technology to improve the quality of people's lives. And particularly, we're interested in a field that is called human-machine interaction, or HMI. And in simple terms, this means designing the machines and their interfaces to meet the people's needs in capabilities and aspirations, from the graphical user interface and the mouse and the keyboard, all the way to the touch assistance and the motion capture. Like all these kind of revolutionary user interfaces that comes every once in a while and change entire industries are examples of what human-machine interaction can accomplish. And our lab's vision is to be the platform for touchless human-machine interaction. We're creating machine interfaces that are predictive, so they can analyze and make decisions on their own, that are context-aware, so they can understand their surrounding, and more importantly, that are adaptive, so they can get to understand you. We're calling these intelligent interfaces. We want to own this field. And we want to start where there is a desperate and a growing need. Amputees. Currently, there are over 2 million hand and arm amputees all around the world. And sadly, it is growing. Why is it growing? Aging populations and the explosion of diabetes. It is dramatic. And existing prostheses are just, they have very limited functionality, they're very difficult to control, they're extremely expensive, and they just don't interact well with technology. So what do? We reimagine the way how prostheses are controlled, how they interact with their surrounding, from our own HMI perspective, and we created Dina. Dina is the first smart prosthetic hand. It has sensors, stereo vision, and software that are designed to give depth perception and the ability to locate and classify various objects. The result is high dexterity and autonomous abilities. Dina, with our HMI platform, can make and execute decisions on its own. And for amputees, this is life-changing. Moreover, we're giving users an extra sense. So how do we do that? We'll let you by pass touch and interact directly with technology using just your muscle signals. You can control your smartphone, your home light, your smart kitchen. You can control every single type of technology using just your muscle signals. How cool is that? It is cool. It is really, really cool, you know? And we're designing Dina to be a global product. Like currently, US prostheses cost up to $60,000. We're designing Dina to be sold at less than $10,000, which makes it globally accessible. And the good news is, not only do prostheses have a huge impact on the life of their users, but they also represent an incredible business opportunity for us. The market is estimated at $15.3 billion and is growing at a staggering 14% every single year. And we have an incredible opportunity to serve the 99% of amputees who are struggling with our robotic prostheses. We will start with an initial launch in Sudan, our home country, and also where we have strong partnerships with the 3 major organizations distributing prosthetic hands. And from there, we can expand to the Middle East and North Africa, the markets that we know. And while we're generating revenues there, we're completing regulatory clearance in the United States and the European Union to start selling here. Our lab surpasses its competitors in every single category, while achieving an incredibly affordable price point. And we realize a very healthy margin at our incredibly price point that allows us to target the second and the third world populations that are completely ignored by the big gamers in the industry right now. So, where are we now? In the past couple of years, our labs have been more than fortunate to talk to amputees in over 9 countries and achieve a deep customer understanding. We built multiple prototypes. All the components have been tested individually, and now we're assembling them for the beta testing. We formed strategic partnerships across the Middle East, North Africa, and we bootstrapped our way from Sudan and all the way to Draper University in the Silicon Valley. That's Steve Jobs' house, cool garage, Ali taking his fanboy photos with Tim Draper. Cool stuff again. And now I've come here to Cincinnati, which is a home to some of the best healthcare investors and medical companies and manufacturers in the whole world. And we came here because we want to find the right partner for our labs. We're looking for experienced investors who have done all this before and are willing to coach and invest in new founders. We're looking for people who are not necessarily medical investors, but they get the money, and at the same time, they believe in our vision, they believe in our product, and they would like to help us make this dream a reality. We're looking for partnerships, hospitals, healthcare providers, researchers, regulatory boards, whoever can help, we would like to talk. And the most important thing is that, and I always find it very difficult to explain our vision, but when we found this company, we just had one goal in mind, and that was to fundamentally change the way we all interact with technology. We're not just building a breakthrough prosthetic hand here. It looks great and have a good display case, but we're creating an intellectual asset that can be leveraged to change many industries. Humanoid robotics, wearables, VR, AR, autonomous vehicles, like every breakthrough in human-machine interaction can lead to path-breaking advances in our relationship with technology that can make our life easier and more meaningful. So today, if you would like to change the life of 2 million hand and arm amputees all around the world, if you would like to change the way you all interact with technology, if you would like to be a part of this new era, when the digital and the real world can blend seamlessly together, come see us after the pitch. Those are our labs. I'm Amjad Usman. Thank you, everyone.
The entrepreneur, driving change, creating culture, delivering lasting impact, relentlessly pursuing the knowledge and tools to escape isolation and discover your deeper purpose. Unpolished is a community of creators and visionaries who have been where you are, relying on their faith to press forward. Gain access to exclusive hands-on training delivered by industry experts, critical to navigating the peaks and valleys of entrepreneurship. Take the risk and experience the promises God has in store for you and your business. At the intersection of faith and entrepreneurship is Unpolished.
Imagine trading $32 billion every year on a handshake, a piece of paper, and a promise. Welcome to the world of farmland leasing. I'm Greg Coons, the CEO and founder of FarmFLX. We are disrupting the farmland leasing process. My personal journey includes 15 years of operating a family farm paired with co-managing a farmland portfolio worth $1.3 billion. Right now, there is nearly $2.5 trillion of farmland in the U.S. across 911 million acres. Now, 39% of this land is rented out every year, generating $32 billion in annual lease payments. Now, the core and fundamental part of agriculture is the farmland itself. Institutional investors have figured this out and are buying billions of dollars of U.S. farmland in the U.S. right now. Even with these sophisticated investors, the process of acquiring and then managing these farmland assets entails no data, no analytics, and the process hasn't changed in hundreds of years. Here are the problems. There is no digitalization in the process and record keeping for farmland transactions. Now, because of this, the ability to measure key metrics in a portfolio of farmland is non-existent, including no way to measure risk. But the problems don't stop there. The farmland market has become incredibly inefficient. Unlike your traditional investments where you have clarity, the farmland market has no liquidity, has no price transparency and no key metrics. Folks, the problems of the farmland or the problems of the housing market before the internet are the problems of the farming market today. We are solving these problems at FarmFLX. In version 1, we have streamlined the land leasing process through our e-signing, communication, and contract management tools. This creates an audit trail for the user and saves them time and energy. This is the dot loop for farming. In version 2, our users will create a marketplace where farmers can find available land to lease, and landowners can lease their land. Now, within the marketplace, artificial intelligence allows users to predict financial outcomes, build and execute financial contracts, and settle all payments and process them right through the FarmFLX platform. This is the Zillow for farms. Now, FarmFLX is the world's only software as a service platform that handles the full life cycle of a farm lease contract. And nowhere else can you find tailored analytics designed specifically around farmland leasing. This is a win-win for the farmers and the landowners. So FarmFLX is first to market. We are moving fast and soon will be an integral part to the farmland leasing process. Our product pricing is industry standard. We charge by the acre. With a product price of $1 per acre, we are providing our users the value of $10 per acre by creating the right lease type and terms. And we are building loyalty in the landowner-farmer relationships. Folks, FarmFLX has a value proposition ratio of over 10 to 1. Now, our market entry plan is a first sell to institutional landowners and farm management firms. Why? Because I have years of relationships built within these market segments and access to millions of farmland acres. Once a single farm manager is using FarmFLX, dozens and dozens of farmers will be required to use our product at a very minimum to view and e-sign their leases. This creates a push marketing strategy, allows us to grow rapidly and in a very big way. My current industry network has access to over 20% of the US farm managers who work with 5,000 farmers and who have over 3 million acres of farmland under management. What makes us different? FarmFLX is the world's only software firm that handles actual farmland lease contracts. We are creating data that has never been available before. Where are we now? We are shifting the revenue in June of this year. But let's back up to today. We already have thousands of acres enrolled. We are working with our first customers, and we are continuing to talk with our institutional landowner and farm management firm contacts, creating a rich pipeline of future customers. FarmFLX is blessed. We have a team of subject matter experts with real boots on the ground experience. Rich Piter was a founder in the Energy Biosciences Institute at the University of Illinois and co-authored a book on his applied agricultural research. John Farhat has over 25 years of experience consulting on software projects for the likes of Nestle and Nationwide Insurance. And our senior advisor runs a farmland-focused investment firm and is an authority in his industry. FarmFLX is looking for a seed investment to help us further disrupt this incredibly inefficient and massive farmland leasing industry. If you are a potential investor, if you own farmland yourself, or if you possibly are a farmer and rent farmland, please come talk to me. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carmi Santamaria, and I'm the CEO and founder of Cuema.
And I'm going to share a story with you today. 2 years ago, my friend was kidnapped at broad daylight in Bolivia. While she made her way back to safety, it was really heartbreaking for me. So I started to dig more into the facts. And I found out that 10,000 women are kidnapped yearly in Mexico alone. But kidnapping is only one type of gender-based violence. In the time I've been speaking, a woman in the US has been sexually assaulted or raped, mostly on a college campus. This is outrageous, and that's why I founded Quema. Immediate response, that's what we provide. We developed a cloud-enabled response activation system that provides immediate help. Here's how it works. The system is activated through our devices, a fashionable wearable carrying inconspicuous technology, ready to call for help. Mobile apps already available on Google Play and App Store, and a dashboard that helps monitor emergencies in real time. In a compromised situation, it's easy. All you have to do is press the button for 3 seconds. The device will emit a signal that is picked up by your phone. And then the phone will actually be sending out notifications to your pre-selected safety contacts. But wait, what if you don't have internet or Wi-Fi? Don't worry, our technology will work even then by sending an SMS to the cloud, and we'll take it from there. So who does it notify? Friends, family. Quema will also find other users nearby, and they will be notified using the app. But wait, what if there is nobody around and nobody checked their phones? Quema will also notify a security central station. They're the ones that once they take the notification, they will make sure to follow protocol and deliver help. That's what makes Quema unique. Our initial users are women. They are at risk, they are high users of phones, and they wear jewelry. Security companies are also our customers. They are the ones who have the ability to provide response, and they already have a current customer base. Why security companies? They have the infrastructure in place in order to activate response. They're also certified first responders, which means that they can either call the police or they can provide help directly. They work in the same way they do in the US, globally. And Quema is helping security companies get a new revenue stream for personal security. So this is how we make money. We sell the devices straight to consumers at $99, and we have a service fee of $9.99. When we sell to security companies, we sell the device at $69, and we have a user monthly fee of $4.99. It's a big market. The physical security products represent a $42 billion industry, growing steadily at 8% yearly. The marketplace shows all kinds of products, from the old pepper spray to mobile apps. So let's wait a second. So you're in an emergency. Then you need to find your bag, then find your phone, then unlock your phone. You're right. To clunky devices that merely notify. Quema is the only solution that can activate immediate response. Where are we today? We are ready to start manufacturing. The customer validation that we get led us to more than 3,000 units in pre-orders. So what's coming? Post-revenue. This quarter, yes. We'll also have the first implementations coming as we prepare for scaling. We are a team of high-tech founders, and this is our second venture together. The lessons learned help us get to where we are in less than a year, while getting recognition from programs and grants and a solid traction from our industry. We knew that ocean is where we needed to be because of its unique mission, like ours. If you represent a security company or a large group of women, I would love to meet you. Thank you.
Remember Moneyball? A movie was made about this historic event where two guys from the Oakland A's compiled all statistics in Major League Baseball to create the best all-star team of misfits. And they later went on to break the longest winning streak in American League history. With this happening nearly 20 years ago, data revolutionized the sports world. And today, almost every key decision in every sport at all levels is based upon this data, namely statistics and analytics. Sports statistics and analytics are used for more than just knowing who won a game. It's deeply used for everything from coaching and training athletes to recruiting and trading them. So how do coaches, trainers, and scouts get this data? The same way they have been for the past century. A team of people manually tally stat sheets by hand or thumb punch stats into an app during live games, only to have to go back and re-watch the game multiple times in slow-mo to pull out the more meaningful statistics and analytics. Slow, inefficient, labor-intensive, and limited reach. The global sports analytics market is growing by 40% every year and will burn through $4 billion annually from this manual human labor cost. This antiquated industry inhales data, but is choking on what it takes to gather it. And soon, the global sports analytics market, its needs, will quickly outgrow the hands that can feed it unless there's a streamlined solution that can keep up. I'm Renji, founder and CEO of AeroJoy, and we're here to solve this problem. As I mentioned earlier, data clearly revolutionized the sports world. And so now our mission is to revolutionize sport data. The current manual process from end to end consists of manually filming the game and quickly trying to distribute film to coaching staff and players for critiquing, while analysts go behind the scenes and gather statistics for more insight. Now, there are a lot of manual things at every step of this process, especially on the game breakdown side, leading to high cost and slow delivery, all of which can be automated using artificial intelligence, also known as AI. How? Drones with Autopilot. Our software enables drones with a high-resolution camera to follow any player or any play without a human pilot involved. Drones are inexpensive, portable, and repeatable. Second, we deliver higher quality stats faster and at a significantly lower cost. While the clean aerial angle is being filmed, our computer vision algorithms log all statistics, which our AI engine then interprets to provide analytical feedback. The global sports analytics market is booming, $4 billion globally. In US sports alone, the serviceable available market is currently $460 million. Our first target market, where we're laser focused, is American football. It's big, and it's structured to help us grow and succeed. We have the opportunity to capture $170 million of the American football market in just the next few years. And after that, soccer, rugby, lacrosse, cricket, you name it, worldwide, working us to the left toward automating the entire $4 billion manual problem, which again is growing by 40% every year. Our SaaS revenue model complements the American football segment's structure, which is essentially the same in almost every other sport. Tier 1, high school, Tier 2, college, and Tier 3, pro. The first tier is drone autofilming. Pull out the drone and any smartphone, trigger Autopilot, and all plays will automatically be recorded and distributed to teams in real time. Drones are already being easily adopted into the high school football world. Almost every coach we've talked to either owns a drone or wants to purchase one because they know of a competing team who already has one. The second tier is perfect for college. Automated analytics, where we gather statistics from this footage and analyze it for the team after recording. And the third tier is real-time analytics, computed live on the field, and speed is everything at the NFL level. Each tier is inclusive of the tiers before it, and all tiers are open for purchase across the different sport levels. Some high schools can afford college-level tools, and some colleges can afford NFL-level tools. But ultimately, our product offerings are modeled around the American football segment's structure. And our team has the background to get the job done. I'm also our CTO. I've led several Fortune 500 software development teams, but ultimately completed my master's in artificial intelligence from Georgia Tech, the #3 computer science grad school in the nation. I'm also one of only 200 people selected worldwide for Udacity's self-driving car engineer pilot program. My co-founder, Ben Chu, brings elite startup experience, being an advisor for multiple startups. He worked for Google for 6 years, then was CFO of a 350-person startup that won the Atlanta's fastest growing company award in 2015. And it doesn't hurt that we've been close brothers in the faith for the past decade. We also have an advisor who's internationally known in the professional sports world. He built the world's leading sports prediction software and is excited to help AirJoy build the future of real-time sports analytics. So where are we now? We're executing on this vision in 3 phases. Phase 1, we found a way to make drone video readily available and distributed to teams in real time. This phase conditions the market to easily adopt phase 2, where we'll automate drone filming using our Autopilot software. This gives us clean aerial views for phase 3, where we will gather statistics from this footage and give teams unique insight into their performance. We've already executed on phase 1 and are currently developing phase 2, with teams already signed up to pilot our first version of drone autofilming this fall. The age of artificial intelligence, infused with other powerful technologies, is now here, propelling mankind into the future like never before. And we're doing the same in the sports arena. Not only do we know how to bring this revolutionary technology to the market, but I also have access to some of the world's most advanced pools of AI talent through Georgia Tech and Udacity's exclusive AI networks. And capital will allow us to leverage that talent to accelerate our market launch. So if you want to be part of this new wave of technology that will revolutionize the sports world, come and talk to us. May our Lord Jesus Christ be glorified in the things that we do. Thank you.